miscommunication.
This is David Wynn Miller, an absolute
but
genius.
Went to war over the math problem.
Both of his brains.
Now, how many of you know about the object in Greenland?
This is about
a couple of you, okay.
Spaceship in Greenland.
For those of you that don't know, there is a spacecraft that has melted out of the ice in Greenland. As you know, the North Pole has melted completely. You can go from London to Moscow or to Russia by going over the North Pole now.
This is 2012.
All the ice cap is gone. The last place that has ice on it was Greenland. Greenland had a 18,000-foot ice cap on it. Well, the spacecraft that is anchored in the center of Greenland created the last ice age 50,000 years ago. It's a weather machine. It's 55 miles wide, 300 miles long, and 2 miles high. People that lived in it were called the Mois. You draw a straight line from the spacecraft to the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C., through the Yucatan Peninsula Great Pyramid at Mitsubishi, and ends up on Easter Island where the Mois have been dug out of this dirt. The heads on Easter Island, well, 2 years ago they finally went ahead and they excavated, and they're all 65 to 85 foot people, full body carvings.
Petrified.
And these were the people that lived in the spacecraft that was uncovered that's melting out of the ice in Greenland. So when you think we've been alone, these people have been up there for 50,000 years. The spacecraft is still active after 50,000 years. It has a 200-mile dampening field where no electrons can flow into it. In 1947, a B-52 bomber flew into that pattern, into the dampening field, when trying to fly between Maine and London. As a result of that, they lost power and crashed in Greenland. As they sent in rescue B-52 bombers to rescue them, they hit that same dampening field, but they veered off. They just ricocheted off of it. By testing, trying to get to these guys, they were able to bring a circumference and find out that there was an object 200 miles to the center of this field. On the southwest corner of Greenland, there is a...
This is actually verified. When I found this out, it was verified on YouTube. It's on there in Google Earth, but...
That community is a military post, CIA, that uses a compressed air generator to operate diesel engines to run a Caterpillar to run back and forth to 200 miles from the base to the object in Greenland. A lot of our technology comes from the reverse engineering out of the spacecraft.
This is where all the...
It is still functional and is still in operation.
The UFO shit comes from.
So it's...
the technology that they found.
Pretty important what this thing is.
Yeah, but none of us have heard about it.
All the nations worldwide are
He believes in the UN. This guy's such a nice guy. He's just so much he doesn't realise that.
Point is
that killed him.
We're not alone out here in this universe. The reason I bring this up is, if no one ever went to war over a math problem amongst humans, don't you think it would also be logical that we wouldn't go to war with E.T. when he shows up? And if E.T. does show up, what are we going to do? Babble? Start a war between another planet because of miscommunications? No, we need a communication base that is so mathematically certified, both frontwards and backwards, that when we say something, it means exactly what we say, so that there is no subjective interpretation, translation.
Passe, syntax, grammar.
So it's very important for us to be correct 100% of the time when we're dealing with ET. Otherwise, they're going to throw a rock at us like they did 375 million years ago at the Yucatan Peninsula and get rid of the dinosaurs, which you all know about. So we don't want to have rocks thrown at us.
Poor guy.
So that's so the planet, all the governments of the planet are looking at this math interface as being a correct way to communicate, stop wars on planet Earth, as well as communicate with ET when they show up. And as many of you who do the research and get on the internet know that there's probably a lot of different ETs already influencing this planet with all of our little toys that we have, our cell phones and computers and TVs. So it is relevant. The school systems in China are adapting our quantum program. All the universities and colleges are going to be teaching it this year.
Well, this is 2012, a guy called David Wynn Miller. I just thought I'd let you know about. I looked this up when I found this out in 2020, and I did find the UFO. Yeah, 75 miles long or something, 2 miles high, 55 miles, and these fucking humongous things were living inside them, but they've been petrified. So take what you will. That is David Wynn Miller, Quantum Grammar. I'd advise everyone to watch it. It's a 9.5 hours fucking seminar. David Wynn Miller, 2012. Yeah, on YouTube, dudes, get it watched. Unfortunately, he's 92nd degree Freemason, and he believes in the planet. It's not a planet. It's a plane terrain. Yeah. So, you know, like everything, there's gems inside. Every bit of information, take with it what you will. D-Dog. They know about the UN. I mean, he believes in the UN. I mean, UN means no peacekeepers. All languages, 2/3 of it missing. Our language is 2/3 missing. Yeah, that's why we babble. That's why we fucking can't speak with each other. That's why we don't know how to communicate properly. Language means monster of war that protects the golden ones, or the noble ones, the Freemasons, and the fucking elites through the ages. Yeah, we've got us talking complete and utter nonsense. T-Dog.